What's up, you guys? Austin Shade the Orc-Man 2008 here, and I have a topic I want to cover. This is for people that might run across my comments on certain Linkin Park videos, for people who think that I'm just some type of Linkin Park hater, and for the record, I'm a big Linkin Park fan, okay? Now, let's start with me trying to explain what a fan is. Now, in my opinion, a fan is somebody who is honest, listens to the band, knows when the band's making mistakes. There's a lot of people that go, if you don't listen to all of their stuff, and if you don't like all of Linkin Park's music, then you're not a real fan. And I think that's complete bullshit. And here's why. And I want to try to make this as clear as possible. Usually I'm kind of angry in my videos, and I don't want to come off that way. So I just want to explain it as crystal clear as I can, and this is mostly for fucking Linkin Park fanboys that don't understand. If you came into listening to Linkin Park sometime after Minutes to Midnight, you really won't get it, because a lot of you were too young to even fucking know what real music was, and I don't know. Let's see, how can I put this? Just because a band is who they are doesn't mean that they're gonna, everything that they make is gold. It doesn't mean that it's gonna, sell a lot or be the best thing you've ever heard. I've been a Linkin Park fan since I was 12 years old. I'm 27 now. Been a fan of theirs forever until 1,000 Suns came out. Then let me walk you through it. I, would listen to Hybrid Theory, be like, fuck yeah, like new metal's a thing, like it's happening. It was grungy, it was really, it's not like death metal or anything. Obviously you wouldn't really compare it to that. But as far as being really, really good and aggressive, Chester Bennington screams and had a lot of raspiness and was just crazy. Every single song on that album I like. Every single song. And you might say, well, if you don't like their new music, how is it possible that you like everything on their old album? Well, that's why I fucking listened to them. Because I liked everything that I was listening to. And, Meteora came out, and I was like, cool. They did it again. Sure, there's a little softer side to it, but, they have the same feel. It's the same band. They didn't, change who they were. They stuck with the whole Hybrid Theory accents, when they got different aspects and sounds. And then for a while there, they took kind of like a hiatus. I don't know if it was because of band members not getting along and shit like that. I don't know, because I'm not an obsessive guy. But then when I heard that Minutes to Midnight was coming out, I was fucking doing backflips. Like, oh my god, Linkin Park's coming out with another album. Like, this is gonna be fucking great. And then, lo and behold, I listened to it, and I'm like, the first song that pops on is Given Up, after the intro music. And I go, fuck, dude, now this has more like of a rocky feel to it. Chester's still screaming his head off like it's good stuff. And then, Leave Out All the Rest hits, and I'm just like, why? Like, why? Like, I understand there's softer stuff, and, but I listened to it, the words meant a lot, and don't get me wrong, I'm not completely against soft music. There's a couple of bands that have some soft songs that I do appreciate and like. But, following a song like Given Up with a song like Leave Out All the Rest, to me, was just, it didn't seem very plausible. And then I listened to Bleed It Out, and I was like, okay, cool. It's different, but it's still Linkin Park. And I was like, okay, well, they got that same vibe, but they kind of changed the way it's, it comes out, the way they put it out there. And I was like, cool, I can dig it, whatever. Went through that whole album, and I was like, okay, it was Linkin Park. I still considered it to be them, and, it sounded different, but it was still their, production as far as, what they have done in the past is concerned. And then I go and I listen to 1,000 Suns when it comes out. People waiting for it, they're like, fuck, And at this point, a lot of people from Minutes to Midnight were already like, well, fuck, we want them to go backwards a little bit and say, hey, let's get grungier, let's get, bring the heavy guitars back, let's, you know, do something that's, you know, that blows their mind again. And then, you know, I don't even do spoilers. Like, I don't go online, I don't listen to the new song. I go, okay, you know what? Linkin Park hasn't disappointed me. I'm going to go buy their album. I'm going to trust my favorite band. So I go, I buy 1,000 Suns, and track 1 hits. And I go, okay. You know, usually the first track is always, you know, Hybrid Theory, they went straight to it. Meteora, they kind of had a beginning intro. Oh, excuse me. Fuck. See, talking about 1,000 Suns, it's making me fucking yawn. Because that's actually what the album did. And then, you know, I got to the point, and I said this in a previous video, and I know I covered this, I just wanted to do it again in a calmer, more sensual way. I found myself, and I'm going to say this again, flipping through the album, like, where the fuck is the Linkin Park music at? Like, where the fuck is the structure? Where's the strength? 1,000 Suns had no muscle behind it. It looked like it was made for babies and like fucking teeny boppers and people that, you know, like flashing lights and all fucking sound effects. And I know Linkin Park has always had that sound effect side. They've always had that particular sound that everybody can relate to turntables and Mr. Hahn doing what he does best. But fuck, man. Like, I went through that whole album so fucking disappointed. And, you know, I go on and I get to Living Things when it comes out. And I listen to the first song. Chester's voice is different. But he gets in there at a certain point in that song where I'm just like, okay, maybe it'll be a lot like Menace to Midnight. And I can handle that because I enjoyed Menace to Midnight quite a bit. So when I get into the later songs, and there's only like 4 or 5 songs that actually have Chester in it, and the rest is all Mike Shinoda by himself and shit, and Mike Shinoda singing and trying to sing while playing the piano. Mike Shinoda cannot sing at all. His songs suck so bad. I mean, not his songs in general, because obviously he makes them Linkin Park. Just when he tries to solo a song and sing, he's flat. He doesn't change the tone. He has one level, and it's like if you're gonna look at the top and the bottom of the lens on my camera, it's like right here. And Chester can follow and go up and down and do whatever the hell he needs to do. Mike Shinoda should stick to rapping, and Chester Bennington should do what he does best. I don't care if there's a soft song here or there. It's not just about that. But now they're catering to teenagers and little kids. Like, you know, Linkin Park, what happened? What happened to, you know, respecting and appreciating the old fans that got you where you were? The hundreds of dollars we have spent on LPU merchandise and, you know, the LPU subscription so we can get backstage and all that other shit. What happened to the Linkin Park that was, you know, heavy? A lot of us old fans feel like you've abandoned us, and, you know, I can understand why. You know, it's not very hard to think, you know, why all of the old school Linkin Park fans feel disappointed. They feel cheated. They feel like they've been slapped in the face, basically given the finger and said, hey, you know what, fuck you, we don't care about you guys. We got an entirely new fan base that we're catering to, so fuck you. You know, don't get me wrong, they're supposed to be coming out with a Hybrid Theory concert. But here's the thing, though. We've all heard Hybrid Theory, and we want something different, but we don't want it to be so different to where we can't relate to it anymore. We want it to be Linkin Park. I mean, that's all I can really say. And, you know, I can understand how there's a lot of old Linkin Park fans that are just sick and tired of the fucking little kid bullshit. I can go on a Linkin Park video and say what I want. Chester Bennington can't scream like that anymore. His voice is this and that. People go, yeah, he can still do it, he just doesn't want to. Okay, then why doesn't he want to? Why not perform songs the way they were meant to be performed? And not, you know, dubbed over with sugar or softness. Crawling, Somewhere I Belong, those songs performed now, like, they kind of make me want to throw up. All I'm saying is that, and this is for everybody that is coming to this video after you seeing one of my comments, before you decide to dislike the video, and I know I probably should have said this in the beginning, you should probably understand what I'm trying to say. Try to understand, instead of going into your little, preteen rage about how Linkin Park is the best and nothing they do is bad, and that's just tasteless. Like, you can't be a Linkin Park robot. It's either you like the sound they put out or you don't. I'm a Linkin Park fan. I will be forever. I like a lot of other stuff too. I'm a Avenged Sevenfold fan. I like All That Remains. I like Slipknot. I like, Marilyn Manson and Nine Inch Nails. Trent Reznor's one of the, best musical geniuses out there. You can say what you want about me, whatever, I'm a dick, I'm an asshole, but when it comes down to it, I speak the truth. And like I say in all my other videos, if you don't like it, go fuck yourself. Anyway, this is Austin Shade the Orc Man 2008, and with my little recap on Linkin Park and how I feel and how everything is situated to, feeling that, the old school fans are just pushed to the side. And if it wasn't for us, there would be no Linkin Park for the new generation. So for all of you kids who are listening to Linkin Park now and worshiping their new stuff like it's the best on the planet, just remember who to show some respect to next time you listen to a Linkin Park music video off of their new albums, and remember, it was the old fans that gave you that Linkin Park to begin with. Have a good one, guys. Go ahead and like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you dislike it, and as always, subscribe for more rants and reviews from the Orc Man. See you later, guys.